All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday. Come on in. Come on in. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hope everyone has had a blessed day. I apologize for being late. If you know anything about me, you know that I hate late. I despise being late. I despise late people. So I apologize to you. I had an emergency, two emergencies that I had to take care of, but we are here. Let me know if you all can see me clearly and if you can hear me clearly. Let me know that before we get started. Welcome to Mentorship Monday. I want to share something very briefly with you all today. I'm back as promised from last week, and we're going to talk about opportunities. We'll talk about opportunities today. So go ahead and share this with someone who may need to hear this, someone who is gifted, someone who is called and may be struggling to get themselves together. Let's go ahead and share this with someone. See y'all coming in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, so again, welcome to Mentorship Monday. Last Monday, I gave you four things that your gift needs to thrive. Four things that your gift needs to thrive. I gave that to you last Monday. The first thing that your gift needs is time. The second thing that your gift needs is space or room. And the third thing that your gift needs is development. The fourth thing that your gift needs is opportunity. Okay, so you need time, you need space, you need to be developed, and you need opportunity. I gave you a confession after the live was over, and the confession was my gifts will not be immature or underdeveloped. I will have the time, the space, the opportunity to be developed, and I will mature in the right soil. All right, my character will grow in tandem with my gift, and I will come to full gestation. I will come to full gestation. Last week, I also gave you a definition for gestation. Gestation is the process of development of something over a period of time. Okay, that's what gestation means. It's the process of what? Development over a period of time. So naturally, it is the process of carrying or something being carried in the womb between conception and birth. And so a baby in their mother's womb, that process between conception and when they actually come out of the womb, the birthing process, that whole length of time is called what? Gestation. It's the time of development, and it is a time of maturity. So many people walk around with undeveloped gifts, or underdeveloped gifts. Okay, caught that? They walk around with undeveloped gifts or underdeveloped gifts, and then they don't live up to their full potential. They don't live up to their maximum potential. And what a shame it would be to die and to have all of those gifts still on the inside of you. What a shame it would be to even be walking around and not be living up to your full potential. And so you need the time, you need the space, you need the room so that you can be developed and so that you can even have opportunity. Right. You also need to be in the right soil. We talked about that on last week, right? We talked about that soil being the right culture, it being the right environment, which is necessary for your growth. Somebody type culture, type soil. You need to be in the right soil, the right kind of ground that is conducive to your growth. And so tonight, again, briefly, I want to deal with opportunity. Opportunity, type opportunity, because your gift needs what? It needs time, it needs space, it needs development, and it needs opportunity. So let's talk about opportunity. Opportunity, that's what I call the stretching out. Okay, that's the stretching out. When you have opportunity, that's not the time to flex, but it's the time to stretch out. Never take opportunities for granted. Okay, never take your opportunities for granted, because it's that time, it's that space to stretch out. It's that time, it's that space to do what you do. Okay, it's the time for you to exercise the gifts that God has given you. All right, will you make mistakes? Absolutely, yes, you will. But God even causes those mistakes Romans 8:28, to work together for your good. And so even the mistakes that you make when you have opportunities, if you leverage those opportunities correctly, you can even learn from your mistakes. You use the mistakes to get better. Okay, you use your mistakes to grow. But if you never have opportunity, right? If you never have that space that you need, then you're going to miss out on some development. You'll never grow without opportunity. Somebody type that again. Opportunity, opportunity. Opportunity, when I looked it up, it is a chance. Okay, so when you're given an opportunity, you're given what? You are given a chance. You're given also a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. That's what opportunity is, a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. And so I want you to write these three things down. You should have a notebook out so that you can be responsible for this information and for this pour tonight. Three things that I want you to write down as it relates to opportunity. Okay, number one, pray for opportunity, prepare for opportunities, and look for opportunities. Got it? Pray for opportunity, prepare for opportunities, and look for opportunities. One more time, make sure that you write those three down. I'm going to come back and talk about all three. I'm not going to be long, so you got to catch this while it's coming. Pray for opportunities, prepare for opportunities, and look for opportunities. So let's talk about the praying for opportunities. You pray for God to show you where you need to be, who you need to be connected to. You pray to God that gates of opportunity will be open, that doors of opportunity will be open. Why? So that you continue to be developed in your gift, so that you continue to exercise your gift. And so you pray for opportunities. While you're praying, watch this, you're also praying for direction. Okay, you're praying that your eyes will be open. And so in that regard, you're praying for discernment. Why do you need to pray for discernment? Because every opportunity that comes to you as a gifted individual, you are not to take that opportunity. Right? Did you catch that? Every opportunity that comes to you, you are not to take that opportunity. You are not to accept that opportunity. I do not go everywhere that I am invited. I do not look at every proposal. I may look at it, but I do not look at every proposal, sign off on it just because it looks like something that's going to be a good opportunity. Because every good idea is not a God idea. I hope you shared this already. Many people, because they feel like they lack opportunities, or they feel like they have to go after the dollar, what do? Every opportunity that comes, they sign up for that opportunity. They go after. You don't have to sign every contract that comes in front of you. You don't have to go everywhere to every event and do everything. So you need to not only look for opportunities, you need to pray about every opportunity. Not only pray for, but pray about. Got it? Pray for and pray about. How do I know when it's time to decline an opportunity? Because I'm in prayer. Okay? How do I know that it's time to decline an opportunity? I'm in prayer. So it doesn't matter how good the opportunity looks. Many people have gone into bad business deals because it looked good, but they didn't pray about it. They had no discernment about it. And so they took the idea, they took the contract, they took the opportunity, but it wasn't the opportunity that God had for them. Okay? And so also, if an event, a contract, an organization doesn't line up with my values, doesn't line up with who I am as a person, doesn't represent me, doesn't represent my family well, doesn't represent my company, doesn't represent my spiritual parents in any way, the church that I serve, guess what? I'm not coming. I'm not doing it, no matter how much money it is. The Bible says, write this down, Proverbs 22:1. It says, a good name is to be desired above riches. And so as a gifted person, you got to get out of the money grab. Of course, your purpose should bring you profit. But at the foundation of that, it's not about the money. So if you're going after every opportunity because you need the money, you're a hungry man, a hungry woman that's going to always starve. Come on, are y'all catching this tonight? If you're always going after the money, you're going to be a hungry man that always starves. Because it's not about the money. It's about the purpose that's connected to it. Okay, so a good name is to be desired above riches. Okay, not only that, he will show you again what opportunities you need to take. God will show you what opportunities to take. He will show you where the opportunities are, and he will show you which ones not to take. So prayer reveals the mind, the heart, and the will of God for you. Okay? Prayer reveals the heart, the mind, and the will of God for who? For you. So pray for opportunities. Number two, prepare for opportunities. Okay? Prepare for opportunities. Now, I want to touch on something that I said last week. I want to open this up some more and clarify it. I talked about, I said rather that if you are in a place and you're not getting the opportunities that you need to get to stretch out and to exercise your gift, then you need to reconsider being somewhere where you're given some opportunity. Let me bring some more clarity to that, because sometimes we hear things like that and we run with it. Sometimes you're not getting opportunities where you are because you're not ready for opportunity. Did you hear that? I said sometimes you're not getting opportunity where you are because you're not ready. And a good leader, a good mentor, a good pastor will flat out tell you it's not your time right now. I said a good one. A good leader, a good mentor, a good coach, a good pastor is not impressed with your gift above your character. And so a good one will look at you and say, you're gifted, yes, but you're not ready. And some in this generation, unfortunately, don't want to hear that. And as soon as they hear that, they're ready to change churches. They're ready for a new mentor. They're ready for a new coach. Come on, so you go find somebody else. You know, I'm leaving here because they don't ever use me. No, you don't just uproot yourself because you're not getting opportunity. So I'm bringing clarity to what I said last week. So I'm not giving you permission to just leave. So you don't leave because you want to. You don't leave on a whim. Even if you know it's the wrong soil. I want you to hear this. Even if you know it's the wrong soil and God is trying to move you or will eventually move you, you still pray about that. You pray about the timing of that. And you communicate about your exit. That's called protocol. So you don't just up and jump and leave. Right? Even Samuel. Let me bring Samuel in. Samuel the prophet. Samuel grew up in the house of Eli. Remember him? Samuel grew up in the house of Eli. He grew up in the temple with Eli and his sons. Eli and his sons were a mess. But God still used Eli to birth out a prophet. Did you hear that? He still used Eli to birth out a prophet. That was the right kind of soil for him. Sometimes what you think is the wrong environment and the wrong soil is actually the right soil. Okay, it's actually the right environment for you. God has you right where he wants you to be. So that's the wisdom of the matter. Consult him before you make a big move. But don't hide behind that either. You know, I'm waiting for God. I'm praying for God, and God already told you what to do. But you don't need to just up and move. Don't just up and uproot yourself. Okay? So don't take what I said last week and run out without proper understanding. Are you submitted to the process of development where you are? Are you submitted to leadership, to mentorship? Because you can think that you're ready and you're not. And sometimes being overlooked, I'm still talking about number two, prepare. Sometimes being overlooked is a blessing. Can you type that tonight? Sometimes being overlooked is a blessing. It is. Because when you're being overlooked, you're being given time to prepare. You're being given time to cultivate the gift that's on the inside of you. And so what you have when no one is calling you, you have time, you have opportunity now to prepare. Sometimes we're even praying for opportunity, and opportunity is preparing is just passing us by. So here is how you handle that. Has anyone ever felt like they were overlooked? Yeah, we all have. Here is how you handle that. You prepare in the downtime. Okay? You prepare when you're not in the spotlight. When no one is calling you, when no one is calling your name, when no one is expecting too much of you, that's when you're preparing. Because when you get in the spotlight, it not only highlights you, but it exposes you. It exposes all those things that you didn't work out when you had all that time to prepare. You had all that time to practice. But if your focus is on the spotlight and not on preparation, you're going to miss some steps. Okay? And so this time of preparation is a time for you to get better, It's a time for you to sharpen your skill set. It's a time for you to critique yourself and to let others critique you. Okay, go ahead and share this. I'm almost done. Preparation. You're in preparation time. Okay, and here's an example of preparation time. Going live. You may say, and I've talked to people who have said this before. I go live and I only have 2 or 3 people on my live. And my statement back to them is that you need to continue to do what you do. You need to continue to be consistent. Okay? You need to be consistent and show up. People who are successful, they are consistent. You are just as gifted as some of the people that you are admiring. Sometimes you're more gifted than the people that you are admiring. The difference between you and them is they're consistent and you're not. Ouch. They show up and you don't. And so if you're easily discouraged, this is just an example. I was on live and I only had 2 or 3 people on my live. If that's enough to scare you off and discourage you, then you're not ready. Right? You still have some preparing to do. It is what you do well and consistently that will get you results. I hope y'all are catching this. I'm giving you stuff that you should be paying for. It is what you do well and what you do consistently that gets you results. The difference between people who are successful and the people who are not is those who are successful are willing to do what the unsuccessful will not do. And one of the main things is consistency. And the thing about God is God will test you with less before he trusts you with more. Do I need to say that again? He will test you with less to see how you handle less. He will test you with less before he trusts you with more. Because to whom much is given, much is also required. So how you handle the little is how you will handle the lot. I know that's not good English, but it makes good sense. Again, how you handle the little is how you will handle the lot. Okay, finances. I talk to people all the time. When I get money, when I start making $70,000-$80,000, I'm gonna really do it. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna tithe. No, God is grading the fact that you're not doing that, making $20,000. So if you're waiting to make that amount of money to do what you need to do, you're gonna be waiting a long time. All right, it is how you handle the little which determines how you will handle the lot. How can I say that? Matthew 25:15. I gave you this last week. Matthew 25:15, the parable of the talent. Every man, every servant was given talent. He was given money. Talent, there is money. He was given money based on his ability, not his tenure, not how long he had been with the master. He was given talent based on his capacity. My capacity is the maximum amount that I can contain. How much can you handle? God already knows that if he gives you $1 million, you would act a plumb fool. So that's why you ain't got it. Come on, you don't sow, you don't give, you don't invest, you don't save with $20,000. Why would he trust you with $1 million? He's not going to do it. There's no need for me to try to pour a gallon jug of milk into a red Solo cup. And that's what we say. We so churchy, I just want the overflow. Guess what? God's not giving it to you. So we like the idea of having a gallon milk jug and pouring it over into a red Solo cup, and it's just overflowing. I got so much, it's overflowing. The only reason you'll get overflow is so that you are blessed to be a blessing. But if you're stingy, I don't know why I'm on money right now. I guess it's because what we understand. But if you're stingy with $20,000, how is God and why is God going to trust you with 50, 60, 70,000, $1 million? Because to whom much is given, much is required. And so if you have an overflow, that's because you're supposed to bless other people. So Matthew 25:15, the master had already looked at the servants and graded them to determine how much could they handle. So he gave some 2, some 5, some 10, everyone based on his ability. When you have a real leader, a real coach, a real mentor, which many of you lack, which is why I brought the mentorship program back starting in January. Many of you lack that, and you need that. She's for me. When you have a real mentor, a real leader, a real coach, guess what they're doing? They're watching you. They're grading you. They're grading your character. They're grading your capacity to see how much you can handle. And they will be unwise to give you something that you're not ready for. I'd be unwise to give you an opportunity, and I know that opportunity would kill you. I know that opportunity will kill you. It will kill your ministry. It will kill your business. I'd be unwise to give you that opportunity. So wait your time. Can you type that? Wait on your time. Wait on your time. Wait on your time. I'm wrapping up. My time is almost done. Wait on your time. And while you're waiting, don't just wait, work it. Work what you have. This is talking about preparation. So you don't only pray for opportunities, you prepare for opportunities. When do I prepare for opportunities? When no one knows me. Got it? So you prepare and you be content. Don't covet anyone else. Don't covet what someone else's ministry is doing, what someone else's business is doing. What am I doing? I'm preparing, right? I'm working out what I need to work out for me. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be given what you're given based on your ability, based on your capacity. Okay? So whatever opportunity you have, leverage it. You're working a job right now, many of you have opportunity to work on some skills, to leverage it. You're being paid for kingdom purposes. You're being paid to work on your skills. See, when you look at it like that, you may or may not dread getting up in the morning. You got to change your perspective because you are preparing for opportunities. Everything that you do now is being graded and it's preparing you for your next. You can't handle the little, you won't get the lot. The last one, number 3, look for opportunities. Everybody type that. Look for opportunities. Look for opportunities. Look for opportunities. I'm talking to the gifted. I'm talking to those who want to go to the next level. You got to look. You got to look for opportunities. That means that sometimes you have to volunteer. I just cussed at some of you, I know. Sometimes you got to volunteer. I did say volunteer for opportunities. We touched on this last week. Everything. This is why you need a coach. This is why you need someone to mentor you who's been there and done that. Everything doesn't have to come at a price tag. Okay? Or are you even there yet where you're good enough to charge? Because your resume should determine your rates. I'm save that for the class. Can't get into that. But are you even good enough? No, humble yourself, bring yourself all the way back down. And even if you are there, or you think you're there, you should still be looking for opportunities where you can volunteer your time. Why? To get your name out there, to get exposure. Well, exposure don't pay my bills. Guess what? It can get you to a place where you get opportunities that will. Okay, so you need someone talking to you that has some sense and has been where you've been, because you sound like a poor person. Opportunities don't pay my bills. Okay, I'll give you an example and then I'm really going. I did a free event. Watch this. I did a free event. I have tons of examples. This is just the most recent. And I'll be sharing more examples in the mentorship program. I did a free event last year, a major event. I drove myself there in my own car. I think I just bought a car. Drove myself there, paid for my own hotel room. They did not pay me. I knew they weren't going to pay me. Right? But it was an opportunity, a major conference. I won't say what the conference is, and it wasn't a church conference. It didn't have anything to do with Church of Jesus, but it's still a kingdom assignment. I stood before major leaders in the marketplace, in the educational system. It was a free event. Okay? I was not paid. But I leveraged that opportunity. I looked at that opportunity as preparation for where I was going. And I didn't go in with the mindset. Everybody type mindset. I didn't go in with the mindset, well, they ain't paying me, so, I don't know if I'm going. No, I took the opportunity because I knew it was an opportunity that I could leverage, even though there wasn't a price tag attached to it. So you know what I did? I'm trying to help you. I was there with business cards. You need business cards. I'm going to give you some free stuff tonight. Not that I already haven't been giving you free stuff. But I'm going to give you some free tips, some free strategies. You need business cards. You need professional business cards. Not something you did on your computer on Microsoft Publisher. You need professional business cards, professionally cut, okay, professional finish. Okay, and you have them in your left pocket next to your heart. So with your right hand, if you're right-handed, you can reach for them at all times and pull it out. Okay, so ain't no let me write my number down on a sheet of paper or let me run to my car and get my business cards. No, you have your business cards in your left jacket pocket, so you can reach for them. Got it? You need a website. This is part of preparation. You need a Facebook like page. You can get a landing page. We'll get into all the details of that in the group, because your purpose should bring you profit, and so you're trying to lead people to where you want them to go. They shouldn't have to search you down to find you. I know that sounds confusing, but it's really not when you think about it. I'm going to let you chew on it. They shouldn't have to search you down to find you. Okay? Are you Googleable? Googleable. Can we Google you and find you? Right? So these are specific strategies that I'll give in my mentorship class, but the basics of it is if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Caught it? Also, even though I was doing it for free, I had product. So one of my coaches, Robin Ware, taught me this a long time ago. You never stand in front of a live audience without product. Everybody hear that? You never stand in front of a live audience without product. So if you don't have product, that means you're leaving this live with some work to do. If you come into my mentorship class, you're definitely going to have product by the time you leave. You never stand in front of a live audience without product. And so I'm not concerned with making my money at the front of the room. My money is made at the back of the room. So you may not be paying me to stand at the front of the room, but at the back of the room, I can make my money. Why? Because people are buying my products. And people are connecting with me. They're on my mailing list. They have my contact information. Right? How else did I leverage that opportunity? The major way that you leverage an opportunity, especially when you're volunteering, is to do your best. Everybody type that. Do your best. Do your best. It's called excellence. Okay? Excellence. That's a part of a preparation, rather, is a part of excellence as well. And so you be prepared. Many of you saw me come on earlier on this page and you saw me testing out this new system that I'm in. I was on for about 20 minutes and I was testing out different things. I would not dare get on here at the time that I came on live trying to test stuff out. What this button do? What? That is not excellence. Are y'all following me? Excellence is being on time. That's when I came on here and I was 16 minutes late. I know exactly how many minutes. I apologized to my audience because I said I was showing up at 4:45 and it wasn't until 5:01. Are y'all tracking with me? So a part of excellence is being on time. That's integrity. You have your stuff together. We're bad about this in church. You know, the mics ain't working. Oh, that's the devil. That ain't the devil. That's you. Because you should have tested the mics before service started. Everybody type excellence. Excellence. So some stuff is not the devil. Leave him out of that. He on vacation. It's not the devil. It's not the enemy. It's your lack of excellence. It's your lack of planning. It's your lack of preparation. Because people are watching how you present. And they don't know you're not getting paid, but they see how you do what you do. And you're being exposed to other people. Somebody type opportunities. Opportunities. Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a man skilled in his work? Do you see him? Do you see her? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. The NIV version says he will not stand before people of low rank. So when you do what you do and you do it well, that's how you leverage opportunities, paid or not, because you never know who you are standing in front of. Leverage every opportunity. Be excellent. Be prepared. Take everything that you do seriously. Prepare. Take everything that you do seriously. I was not always getting opportunities like you may see me having now. I was not. But guess what? I was always preparing for them. Now I'm trying to help you prepare. None of this happens overnight. And those that get it overnight, they eventually lose it overnight. So my question, what are you doing now to prepare for bigger and better opportunities? What are you doing now? How are you preparing? How are you preparing in the dark for the spotlight? Are you leveraging the opportunities that you do get? Because you're getting probably more opportunities than you know about. Are you making full use of those opportunities? Or are you saying, oh, that's just them. I'm going to just give them a little bit. Oh, I'm just doing this little thing over here. I'm just doing this little gig. I'm just standing in front of this little audience. No, do your best every time, because that's your name out there. That's your character. That's your business. That's your brand. You are your brand. So you don't give half at any time, because you never know who's watching, and God is always watching. Does that make sense? That's what I tell preachers. Preaching is one of my gifts. Speaking, whatever you may want to call it, one of my many gifts. People who know me intimately, who know me well, who have traveled with me, who have worked with me, they know for a fact, whether it's 5 people or 5,000, you will get the same Joshua Smith. I will deliver the same way. Doesn't matter. You get the same level of ministry from me, whether it's 5 or 5,000. Now, I know people say that, and it's very cliche to say that, but it's the absolute truth. 5 people, I'm going to still preach like it's 5,000 in the room. It's the same level of study even. It's the same level of preparation to a degree, because the more people you have, the more you have to stretch out in prayer. That's another topic. Go to my intercessors class starting in February for that. Okay. But the pool may be different, but the prep is not. I prep the same, because those are God's people. Those are souls, and excellence is still required. And so you never will hear me say, oh, it's just 5 people. It's just 5 people on the live. And there's not just 5 people on here right now. Because out of those 5 people, one is going to see it come to Jesus. Business-wise, one of those people may see it and give me a major opportunity. Back to Alabama. One person. Many people saw it. Many people have connected to me. But as of today, one person saw it, and I won't even tell you live how much they paid me to come and to do the same thing I did for free. Somebody called it. Somebody called it. I won't even tell you how much. I may tell the mentorship class. I may give them a ballpark figure. But I won't tell you how much they paid me to come do the same thing I did for a free audience. They paid me to come do it in front of a paid audience, a different conference. Why? Because I presented well, I was excellent, I was prepared, and I didn't come in with the mindset, oh, they're not paying me for this, so I'm going to just do a little something. No, I was excellent. I was together. I prepared in the downtime so that I could be ready for the spotlight. I leveraged the opportunity. Somebody type that. Leverage the opportunity. Leverage the opportunity. You never know who's there, never know who's watching, but God is always watching. Leverage the opportunity. Even when I told them, I sent a figure through my assistant and I said, well, this is how much I charge to be a keynote speaker. They sent the figure back. And the lady said, I'm giving a direct quote. The lady sent the number back. My keynote speaking fee is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not talking about for church stuff. I'm talking about for the marketplace. I sent it and she said, no, I've heard Joshua Smith speak before. You send this number back to him. This is how much we're going to pay him. So they told me how much they were going to pay me, because they understood my value and my worth even beyond what I understood it to be. So guess what I did after that experience? I've raised my keynote speaking fee. But did you hear what she said? I've heard him speak. I've experienced him speak before. I was there in the room when he spoke at XYZ conference, the conference they didn't pay me for. And I said it that way, but I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. I knew they weren't paying me when I went in. But it wasn't about the payment. It was about the purpose. Stop chasing payment. Chase purpose. Payment, profit, all of that, it'll follow you. Right? Go to thejoshuasmith.com/dream again to sign up for the mentorship class. Listen, invest. This is an investment in your future. I'm not changing the price. I'm not adjusting it. It's already too low, and one of my coaches fussed at me because it is too low. So I'm not taking it down any further. You call that money in. You call those resources in. You are not broke. Okay? You are not broke. But if you keep saying that you're broke, I don't have that. Okay? Then that's what you're going to have, because you will have whatsoever you say. It's amazing to me, when we really want something, we'll go get it. We'll save up for it. But when it's time to invest, all of a sudden we're broke. Many times the people who need these types of programs, they do not access it because they keep saying, I don't have it. That's too much. You shall have whatsoever you say. All right. So I want to help you. I want to teach you. I want to train you. I want to develop you. I've been doing this since 2013. Results have happened. I won't go through all the lists, but results have happened. I've done it individually. It's been a while since I've done it in a group format, but I'm going to do it in a group format. 6 months starting in January. Get in while you can. Announced it last week. Spots are going quickly. It's an intimate setting, and so it's not going to stay open for long. Wherever your gift fits, you need to be developed. You need to be trained. You need a mentor. You need a coach. I will continue to do Mentorship Monday, every Monday, until January when this program starts. So just a little free stuff. And my people who are watching this, probably not commenting, they're going to text me and say, you gave out too much tonight. I probably did. So I'm going to probably pull back some next week. But it's impossible for me, who I am, to give an incomplete pour. So anytime you see me, that's a part of excellence. I'm going to pour out. And it's up to you whether you receive the information. All right? So God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you next Monday. Go to thejoshuasmith.com/dream again. Get your spot before we are all finished taking people in. Love y'all.